course table, and information will be provided to you. In the meantime, please help make this an enjoyable game for all by staying positive and cheering for your team. Would everybody please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now for Smithfield's starting lineup. A senior, number 1, Nicholas Collins. A sophomore, number 3, Elijah Reed. A senior, captain, number 5, Christopher Curry. A senior, captain, number 14, and a senior captain, number 15, Ray Porter. Smithfield is coached by Joseph Bennett, Michael Targaglia. And now for your Westerly Bulldogs.
Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Federico Gymnasium. We got some Wednesday night hoops action for you. Our Westerly Bulldogs are getting announced in as we get started here. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Bulldogs basketball action as they welcome the Smithfield Sentinels to town here tonight. Bulldogs looking to right the ship here, sort of, as one would say. They've played 8 games. They've split them down the middle. They won the first 4. They dropped the most recent 4. We'll get into that a little bit, but like I said, they want to take, hopefully they have taken a little something out of the past 4 games, and they can start to put all those things together today on the court. The players are taking the court now as Smithfield trickles on. It hasn't been an easy road the past 4 games, and we'll get into that. Like I said, I want to focus mainly on today and the future. 1/3 of the season through. A lot of basketball to go. Romello Hamlin set to tip for the Bulldogs, unless they're joking here at the moment. But it is a small lineup in, and he is going to jump. Great hops. And here we go, folks. Number 3 set to tip, and it goes to ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs to get things started here. Williams with the ball. To Rexness, kick back out, Aldrich. Everyone touching it now. Williams back with it. And number 2, Rexness with the 3, good! Start things off, there's a whistle early, and what is that? I don't see points on the board yet. And there was a foul away from the ball on the Bulldogs just prior to release. I thought it was. And that's going to cost them 3 to get things started. Smithfield with possession in the green, going from left to right. Number 3, Elijah Reed. Turn around from the middle of the floor area and no good, but he gets his own rebound. 3 Bulldogs in the area. Waved off, foul on the ground on the Bulldogs. Reed playing aggressively underneath. That's been the formula. That I do believe North Kingstown, although the Bulldogs won that game in North Kingstown, a crazy victory. They ended up pulling away by 10 on the road. Tough team, but North Kingstown exposed a little bit of the Bulldogs' deficiencies underneath, and I think the last 4 games they've utilized that weakness to come away with some victories, their opponents. Swing to the far side, baseline jumper, no good. Again, an offensive rebound wide open, put back up and in. So our first points of the day, offensive rebound by the Sentinels. Hamlin picks up his dribble, needs a little help, and to Rexis he goes. Across midcourt, number 10 with it, Rafferty. And inside Rexis turns, shoots, good! Bulldogs on the board first. So 4 seniors and a junior on the court right now for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are comprised of 6 seniors, 6 juniors, a sophomore, no freshman on the varsity. Hamlin on the ball. Reed is going to be the man on the post for Smithfield. Looking to work it in. Great defense by Aldrich. And a nice job underneath by Rexis coming in from behind to help him out. There's no room at all underneath there. And away from the pick he goes. Nice move to the hoop. Soft touch. Finger roll in number 5 for the Sentinels. Christopher Curry, a senior. 4-2 the score. Tight defense the Sentinels are playing. A little half-court trap at the moment. Williams has it. Trying to penetrate, floater, foul. It's going to be up in the air, and he's going to get 2 shots. So the first whistle of the day against the Sentinels will put Lance Williams to the line. So the Bulldogs defense lacking a little bit in the past 4. They've been outscored 235 to 175, an even 60, which in 4 games, 12 points a game is the average. So it hasn't been great, but like I said, it's early enough that you can use those all as learning games. And you spotted yourself with 4 wins to start the season. So you find yourself at 500 here with the whole division ahead, the whole season ahead still. First free throw for Williams is good. Second, 2 for 2. The Bulldogs start off from the line. This game is brought to you in part by Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer located in Nuns Corners next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair. While I was saying that, the Bulldogs come up from behind with a steal. Hamlin has it. Tie ball game. Bulldogs looking for their first lead. And Williams with it, working off of a pick from Hamlin. Kicks outside. Still not much space. Back to Hamlin, crossover. Uses an Aldrich pick, but foul on the floor against Smithfield. Hand check against number 7. Number 1, correction. That's Nicholas Collins. And Hamlin will inbound for the Bulldogs here. Early on, 4-4. I guess you'd say it's defensive so far. Both teams pressure and low scoring. Hamlin with it, deep 3. And that's going to be off the mark, fielded by the Bulldogs. And Aldrich goes up, fouled on his way up. He's going to earn his way to the line. Nothing easy. Bulldogs 2 for 2 from the line so far. Nice take by Aldrich on a shot off the mark. And he'll go to the line for 2 for the Bulldogs here. Bulldogs back in action Friday night, folks. We'll bring it to you right here, Federico Gymnasium, Friday night hoops action, top of the hill. They will host Narragansett. And folks, this division is such a mishmash right now. That's why these games are so important, these wins at the end to accumulate. Much like the Bulldogs getting that 4-game buffer, so this last 4 games didn't cause an entire collapse at all. They have so much availability ahead of them. There's 7, 8 teams all within 2 games of each other in this division. And free throw's good for Aldrich, so the Bulldogs take their first lead of the day as he splits them, and they are 3 for 4 on the line. 5-4 here. 3 minutes into quarter number 1. Bulldogs playing aggressive on D here. Reed with it. You know he's going to try to get close. Takes it and a little too strong. Good defense by the Bulldogs forcing the baseline. And a long pass to Williams, nothing there. He reels back. Aldrich with it, picks up his dribble to Hamlin again. Defense, the chant from the Smithfield side. Hamlin using his pivot foot, getting him beautifully using that pivot foot. 7-4 the score. Bulldogs with a 3-point advantage. Hamlin a weapon from deep, and he can take it to the hoop or stop halfway, as he just proved there. And Smithfield with nowhere to go with it at the moment. Pick and roll, they're looking for Reed on the post, and the Bulldogs do a nice job. Hamlin doing a nice job on the post on Reed. Height doesn't matter to him, physical player, quick hands, and then taken all the way to the hoop by number 1. That's the second time he has done that. That's Nicholas Collins. A nice job by the senior for the Sentinels. 7-6 to score here. Kick to the outside, 3-point attempt for the Bulldogs. Good. Number 10, Tyler Rafferty, the senior, answers with 3. 10-6 to score. Timeout on the floor by Smithfield. And we'll go to our first break real quick here, folks. All right. Welcome back, folks. As you can see, the Bulldogs in a huddle over here coming up with some kind of a strategy out of the first timeout. My favorite parts of the game. Coming out of the timeout, quarters and halves. I love the chess match, and Coach Gleason does a great job with his players. As Smithfield takes the court, Bulldogs using every second they can, and here they are. This production brought to you in part by WesterlyT.com, local t-shirt store making fun tees. Go to WesterlyT.com to see their growing list of designs. So Smithfield starts it off here. Bulldogs set back in a half-court D. 3.5 to go, quarter number 1. 10-6 Bulldogs lead live at Federico Gymnasium. Bulldogs will be right back here Friday night. So a little spin move in the lane, foul, and the ball trickles away. That's going to be an offensive foul. He got that elbow up and high. I do believe he was called hooking. So Williams will inbound it for the Bulldogs as the Sentinels will press here. Williams across the court to Hamlin. He's going to take it from the free throw line jumper, and that one trickles away. Smithfield has the rebound. Score remains 10-6. And they fired up to Reed. Nice pass with some pepper. Hit it in the high spot. Reed finishes. Good play by the Sentinels, and it is 10-8. And that pass is picked off by the Sentinels up ahead. Scoop pass. Williams intercepts it, and he's going to go the distance. Here we go now. Number 32, Aldrich finishes for the Bulldogs. Back and forth we go. The Bulldogs win that little horse race. 12-8 to score. So it's a combination of good defense, a little bit of sloppiness. Definitely going to be a good game ahead of us here, folks. Both teams, like I said, can't be defined by their record. One win separates the two teams. The Bulldogs head by, and that's going to be a travel. Yes, sir. And he was trying to get it to Reed, which is definitely the equation. Nicholas Collins, Elijah Reed have been the most effective thus far for the Sentinels. Williams has it. Looking for somebody, and he finds Rafferty up top, swings it over to Hamlin, and now to Rexus. Underneath, Williams, nice job, and he gets fouled, can't finish, but it's going to be a travel call against Williams. So travel to travel, and it'll end up in Smithfield's hands. And the inbound. Here we go, 12-8, 2 minutes to go, quarter number 1. Neither team got into a groove yet whatsoever. Momentum has not been a factor really whatsoever. And a little head fake to the hole, and that's good. That type of play has been most effective for the Sentinels. They scored about 4 times, taking it 2. And number 2 with the shot for the Bulldogs, trickles away. That's Rextus. And that's Reed who comes up with it, and he is fouled by Aldrich in the process. So the Bulldogs pick up the foul. Smithfield will take possession in this 2-point. Now I'm going to say sloppy end of the game. We have a possible injury on the court, holding things up a little bit. It might be a cramp. Either way, at this point, he's probably going to have to take a few minutes off. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But like I said, it's not going to interrupt any flow because neither team has found it yet. See which team is capable, which team does it first. Minute and a half to go. Flashes of nice offense. Mainly a defensive game. Reed with it. Up ahead. And the Sentinels will set up number 12 to the hole, and that's going to be no good. Nice defense by the Bulldogs. That's Rafferty on D on that one. Aldrich to the corner. Hamlin with it. Had an opportunity. And to the far side, Aldrich. 3-point attempt from the far side. Good for the Bulldogs. That'll make it 15-10, a 5-point Bulldog lead. So the Sentinels went to sleep on the backside defensively. Good eye by Hamlin and able to get it to Aldrich to finish. Baseline take. They might have stepped on the baseline. Let's see. Now they're going to call it on the Bulldogs, forcing them out of bounds. And that is exactly the call. So Smithfield will inbound. Who, we have no idea. It's what the third guy they set there, number 5. Going to inbound. That's Christopher Curry. Looking for space underneath. They don't find any. They do get it into Reed, though. And a block from behind by Aldrich. Puts the hammer down. They're able to get the loose ball and able to finish. So the Sentinels keep it within 3. Bulldogs really paying a lot of attention to Reed. And that pass a little bit lazy there. And Smithfield capitalizes. Number 12 goes end to end and finishes as Sean Dwyer. He's only a sophomore. And that could have been avoided easily, and that's going to make it a 1-point game. Bulldogs can hold it. About 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Aldrich setting for a pick. Hamlin uses. And he goes to the ground, kicks it outside. And they try to get it to Aldrich. Another lazy pass, and Smithfield's going to come up with it. 2 seconds left, and nobody's going to get a shot. Back and forth turnover. This quarter is in the books, folks. The score, Bulldogs 15, Smithfield 14. Neither team able to get into a groove just yet. Let's see what the second quarter has to offer. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll return in a minute. All right, folks, that's the buzzer, and we are about to get quarter number 2 underway. The Bulldogs with a slim 1-point advantage after 1. First quarter, back and forth. I guess you could say the key word would be turnovers for both teams. You can say defense if you want to brighten it up a little bit. It was good defense at times, but it was lazy offense at times as well. The Bulldogs, as far as a good D, they're playing Elijah Reed pretty well underneath after he got a couple buckets early. They've been playing some nice defense down in the block. Some lazy passing has caused some turnovers, and that goes for both ways. Neither team able to steal any kind of real momentum or energy in this one, or really get the crowd into it as well. So the Bulldogs will start off on D here. Reed has it. So that's the pick and roll situation. They don't complete the roll. Turn around. Good. Number 14 will open up the scoring here in quarter number 2. Riley Bennett, another senior. 7 seniors on the Sentinel team. Pretty much even, folks. 2 and 3 the Sentinels come in the league. Bulldogs 3 and 3. Looking for space. Williams has it. And not much moving, and that's going to be a travel. One too many steps by the Bulldogs, and they'll turn it over early here. Reed's is a horn, and Reed's going to get a break. Smithfield will inbound with the lead by 1. Number 21 for the Bulldogs on the ball. And Smithfield loses it, kicks it back out and reset. Number 14 can make room anywhere really, uses that pivot foot very well. Number 1 to the hoop he goes, been quiet for a little while, very active early. That shot's off the mark. There's 2 Smithfield Sentinels in the area, 2 Bulldogs. They finally call it a jump. But that's a nice job really by the Sentinels of crashing the boards. That's an offensive rebound attempt there. So the Bulldogs get the benefit of the jump here as they will inbound. The next one goes to Smithfield, and Williams has it. Bulldogs down by 1. Hamlin calling out a play here. And the Bulldogs swing. And a little bit of a turnaround fadeaway by Williams. Not a high percentage shot, to say the least, to the baseline for the Sentinels, and it's going to be a blocking foul against number 23 for the Bulldogs. That's DeLuca Kyan, as he didn't get his feet set, hoping for an offensive. I mean, the big elephant in the room, obviously, at the moment for the Bulldogs is no Jesse Samo on the court. They are not remotely the same team without him. The inbound, nice play by Smithfield. Number 14, getting to know you, Riley Bennett, the senior. He's busy. He creates himself, cuts well, always somewhere active on the court offensively. He's a high scorer for Smithfield. Deep 3 by the Bulldogs, and it's going to go through Drew Good. Tyler Rafferty, the senior for the Bulldogs, 3-pointer number 2, ties things up at 18 here. Let's see if the Bulldogs can work off of it, get the crowd involved a little bit. Number 14 with it. This Sentinel team has a couple weapons. They have a few weapons. They really do to prevent any kind of real run. I mean, especially when you have someone in the block like Riley who's on the bench at the moment. Outside they go, but again, working that baseline all the way in, and that's no good, but they're getting the offensive rebound. Kick it back out, restart. Number 1 again with it for it. Nice patience off the backboard and in. That's Collins, the senior for Smithfield, and they will take the 2-point advantage. Number 21 for the Bulldogs swings. Hamlin, head fake. Nothing there. Resets. Moving his players around, his pieces. And deep 3 from the top of the key. It's good. Nothing but net. Romello Hamlin gives the Bulldogs the lead back by 1. 21-20. Waking up the crowd a little bit here. The dog pound on their feet. And the Sentinels looking to answer. That's the thing they've been able to answer every time. Deep 3, same spot, other end. And this one doesn't go. Bulldogs, can they grab the rebound? They do. Bulldogs having a tough time rebounding right now. Not securing the ball. They're able to there. And kick it out. And foul's going to be on the floor, I do believe. And away from the ball even. Bulldogs will inbound, 21-20 the score, almost halfway through quarter number 2. Crowd a little bit more excited here at Federico Gymnasium. I'm the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. Folks, we're bringing you some Bulldog basketball action. We'll be right back here Friday night. 3-pointer off the inbound, and it's good again! And the Bulldogs will take the 4-point advantage on 3-pointer number 3. The high hand for the Bulldogs. And now the Bulldogs have their biggest run of the day, looking to answer with a knife they can. Deep 3 by Smithfield, and that's what they've been able to do. I was interrupted by my own thoughts in the last possession. And that's the thing Smithfield's done, is whenever the Bulldogs almost have momentum or energy going their way, Smithfield's been able to either take it to the hoop, a nice move and in, finish, or right there you saw him hit a deep 3, interrupt that momentum. Bulldogs, Hamlin inbounds with a 1-point advantage halfway through quarter number 2. 24-23 the score. Works off of the Aldrich pick. Across the court to Williams. Hamlin has it up top, and he'll hand it off. Rafferty over in his hot spot in the corner. Obviously being attentive to where he is at, especially if you're a Bulldog. And the leaner from the lane, handled by Aldrich, the offensive rebound up and in for the Bulldogs. So the Sentinels get a little of their own medicine as Griffin Aldrich secures the offensive rebound. The Bulldogs need to do a little more of that. Goes up and finishes. Right back up with it like it's supposed to. Great job by Aldrich, number 32, the senior for the Bulldogs. And that is off the mark. Bulldogs will grab the rebound with a three-point advantage. Hamlin has it. And he gets it to Williams. Kicks it out. Rafferty, three-point attempt. And he is hot all over. Holy cow smokes. Red hot Tyler Rafferty. Bulldogs 6-point advantage. Anywhere on the court from beyond the distance right now, and number 10 is dropping them. And looking to get inside, that is number 1 for the Sentinels. Can't do it, and Aldrich rips down the physical rebound, and a frustrating Sentinels team wastes another foul. Bulldogs come away with it, and Hamlin will inbound with a 6-point advantage. 2:46 to go, quarter number 2 here, as the Bulldogs have come alive here, playing more physically, and really, I mean, Tyler Rafferty is just hot. He is white hot from 3 here at the moment, and he's finding space. Bulldogs with patience, and they get it inside to kick it out right back to him. Feed the beast, and it's good again. Are you kidding me? And that's what the Bulldogs do. Timeout by Smithfield. That's all you can do. And that is forced by number 10, Tyler Rafferty, who is hitting from all over the court. I didn't keep track at the beginning. I did not expect him to hit this many by any means in the entirety of the game. I wish I had, but holy smokes. The Bulldogs extend their lead out to 9, 32-23. Momentum, that thing I said this game lacked prior to. Thank you, number 10. You have absolutely provided the Bulldogs with energy and momentum here as the cheerleaders performed during the timeout. The dog pound on their feet, and the Bulldog crowd is now alive. First quarter was quiet. That's how quickly things change in this sport. And the Bulldogs over there probably finding more ways to get number 10 open at the moment. Just keep giving it back, and that's what they're doing. And now the Bulldogs doing a nice job at the moment. And when you're without number 1 on your team, you need other players to step up, and to have senior Tyler Rafferty absolutely being that guy here tonight for the Bulldogs. And Romello Hamlin doing a great job of finding people and creating space. Driving and kicking for the Bulldogs. Smithfield down by 9. And the question for me is, where's number 15 been? This whole run, he has been off the court. Wondering if it's injury related. There's no other real reason for him. He was the most effective player for them down on the block in the entire first quarter. And Smithfield tries the baseline, not open. Number 33 with it. Head fake, and he is fouled on the wrist during the pass, so Smithfield will inbound. So that foul goes against number 5, Lance Williams. Smithfield inbounds here, looking to, and finds his man. Number 33 with it at the top as Smithfield swings. Number 14. Fade away from about 6 feet, no good. And they do a nice job crashing the board. Just Sentinel team can't finish, though. That's been their real issue. They've had 2, 3, they've given them, so I don't think they've had 2 and 3 opportunities several times. That whistle goes against Smithfield out of frustration, out of not making the first shot or the putback. So the Bulldogs escape again with a 9-point advantage here. A buck and a half to go in the first half. This production brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer, located in Dunn's Corners next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair. Bulldogs looking underneath for number 2, Peter Rextis. Pass goes a little wide, and the Smithfield will take it. Number 12 for Smithfield. Rex is matched up. And the three-pointer, no good. Hamlin with the rebound for the Bulldogs. With 1 minute. And he'll press, a little delay. Kicks, number 2, Rex is for 3. And that goes off the mark. Rafferty with the rebound, that's no good. And there's going to be a whistle on the floor. Does he call the jump or does he call a foul? He calls the jump, and Smithfield's going to take it. And in the game, number 15, there he is for the Sentinels after a pretty long break. And nice job on D by Aldrich. He steps in the passing lane, tries to keep it in bounds. There's a whistle, and that is going to go against Aldrich. Oh, correction, against the Sentinels. Number 15, Ray Porter, the senior, will inbound. Down by 9, 38 seconds to go. And the inbound, the Bulldogs are pressing. Number 5 with it. Kicks out, open three-point attempt for, it's good! So they cut in with a half a minute to go here. 6-point ball game. Hamlin has it, taking his time. The Bulldogs can hold for the last shot, right about second separation. So the shot clock is off. Number 2, Rexus. Couple moves. Finds Rafferty, no space. And we are down to about 8 seconds. Back to Hamlin. 5. Rafferty for 3 again. This one off the mark. Rebound goes to the center. Oh, there's a whistle on the putback. I do believe number 23, DeLuca Kine, was fouled, which would give him 2 free throws with no time left, or about a second left. That's exactly what happened. Offensive rebound by number 23, DeLuca Kine, the senior. And these are his free throws. There's no reason for Smithfield to be on the court with no time on the clock. His putback attempt fouled during. Here we go. So he adds a point to the Bulldogs' cushion. Nice play by Kine. 1 more to go, and that'll put the first half in the books. Officially seal it up. Bulldogs up by 7 here. And the free throw is no good, so that'll do it for the first half of play. The Bulldogs with the lead, 33-26 over Smithfield. We're going to take a quick break here during the half, and we'll be back in a few, folks.
My first impression of Jessie was that she was really shy. They introduced us, and then I kind of just started asking her questions about herself. The more we talked that day, the more we figured out that we had more stuff in common.
Jana, the most important thing in my life. We listen to a lot of music. Well, we like to sing, like karaoke. Me and her like to sing like an upper pitch level, like a soprano. We sing good.
It's like she just kept saying, I love karaoke. I love karaoke. I have a tablet. Do you want to sing karaoke? Like, what's your favorite song? Aerosmith. I don't want to miss a thing.
We were like rocking on.
Jessie is a sunflower. She blooms everywhere she goes. I'm pretty much like a gardener. That's how I look at myself here at the Frank Olin Center and in the world.
The Olin Center was started by a group of families that got together in a local library, and they said, we need resources for our family members who have disabilities. There's nothing available. When somebody's not getting services, that means that usually, especially in the children's area, that their disability can become more profound. There's a ripple effect. If we don't provide sufficient opportunities and supports, it does have an effect on the rest of the community. We exist because we want everybody in our community to live lives of purpose and live the life that they want to live. And we do whatever we can to make that happen. I really do see it as an organization of joy and purpose.
My mom and dad brought me here when I graduated from school, 1999. I think I was 15. I love being here. It's the most important thing in my life because I'm learning more skills at the center, like safety skills, baking. I do a lot of crafts because I'm a good artist. And I got a job when Peter Gorman got me the info working at Bella Vita. That's why I met Maria. She's the most favorite boss, and I love the whole world. But being here, being around with people that cares about me a lot.
I really enjoy what I do, and it makes me emotional because like it's important to see them make a difference in their lives. It's all them, and I'm just here for support.
I wish I could have everybody be a fly on the wall and just experience the camaraderie, the sense of belonging, the sense of respect. The Olin Center is a story of empowerment. It's a story of caring. It's a story of inclusion.
It's more than just a job or a career. It's changed me in a way where it's given me hope to know that like there's good out there.
I wish I could help people really see the difference that they make in people's lives when they support an organization like the Olin Center. It's just fundamental, the changes that they can help to make. These are our friends, our neighbors, our siblings, and they have as many and as diverse needs as you and I do. And we're just here to try and help fulfill those with the support of the community.
Do you think the Olin Center has changed your life?
Changed my life, yeah. Being the next chapter in my life makes me feel good. I want to be here for the rest of my life.
To support the work of the Olin Center and learn more, please visit our website, olincenter.org.
Welcome back, everybody, live from Federico Gymnasium. We got the second half upcoming, just seconds away. The score, Bulldogs 33, Smithfield 26. Sloppy first quarter turned into a good second quarter offensively for both teams, really. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner Shane Landry. We have Lisa behind the lens. We have Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing some boys Bulldog basketball action to you on this Wednesday night. We'll be right back here Friday night, folks, as the Bulldogs host the Narragansett Mariners. These two teams in front of us today are separated by only one win. The Sentinels come in with a 2-3 conference record. The Bulldogs sit just ahead of them at 3-3. Like I said earlier, there are 7 or 8 teams within that 2-3, 3-3 range here after 1/3 of the season. 2/3 to go. So let's see if the Bulldogs have 8 games in the books, and first 4 wins, second 4 losses. Let's see, they're looking to turn things around here tonight. Working off of a good second quarter, Lance Williams is going to inbound to get things started in the second half here. Bulldogs had the fans into things late in the second half, late in the first half, as they finally stole the only momentum this game has gone to Westerly, in greater thanks to Tyler Rafferty's efforts from beyond the line, from beyond the arc. I think he's hit 4. I don't have the official numbers, but I know he's done well. Hamlin will inbound. Hamlin has it to start. And cut to the Bulldogs. Nice play, and it's going to go out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will turn it over to get things started. And the Bulldogs, if you can get wins without Jesse Samo on the court, that's always a big win and always a plus. I've gone over the 2 most recent road games, and he was involved with no injury update. So I don't have an update on the Bulldogs. Smithfield works inside number 15, and that was their approach early on in the game, and it was effective. He was unable to finish there. That's Ray Porter. Bulldogs made a nice adjustment against that and pretty much completely shut it down. Aldrich with it, and over to Hamlin with the pick. Hamlin's going to take it all the way and scoops it up and in. Romello Hamlin opens things up for the Bulldogs, who are up by 9 again. Bulldogs doing a nice job defensively and caught with the reach, number 3. Trying to pick his pocket, got a little too much of the body. Number 1, who's been very involved offensively for this Sentinel attack here today, Nicholas Collins. Rextus on the ball. Number 12 with a head fake to the hoop. He goes and unable to finish. Bulldogs get the rebound. And that was a little bit of an issue in the first half, was defensive rebounding, or allowing offensive rebounds, and the Bulldogs able to secure that one. That was Rafferty doing so. And using the pick. Nothing there on the post. Finds Aldrich underneath and just out of his reach. I think Aldrich saw it coming just a hair too late. And Smithfield will inbound. Number 14, Riley Bennett, senior for Smithfield, very active on both sides. Has it now. Picked up his dribble, and Porter back to Bennett. And the Sentinel swing. Mainly seniors on the court at all times for this Sentinel attack. And the runner no good. Nice D by the Bulldogs. And number 2, Rextus, tears down the rebound. And the Bulldogs working left to right in the white. Swing, Hamlin 3. It's no good, just in front of the dog pound. You would have heard him if he hit it. So neither team in a groove here offensively out of the locker room, and that is going to be on the floor, foul. No shots, but they will get possession. That's the second Bulldog foul here of the half. Early on here, we're only a couple minutes in. And nice D on the inbound. Hamlin comes away with it. Nice effort by Lance Williams, closing it. And the runner not a high percentage shot at all for the Bulldogs, and they waste the offensive possession, but defensively they try to tear it away, and that's the foul's going to go against number 10. So the Bulldogs a little bit out of sync here. Smithfield will inbound, but the key here is that they may be out of sync, but they're not giving up any other lead. The lead started at the start of the half at 9, and there it remains, 35-26, 2.5 minutes in. So they're holding their lead. A little head fake, trying to take it to the hoop, no room. Number 1 out to Porter, and he's going to go towards the free throw line, no space. A little pick, kick outside, number 12. 3-point attempt, no good. And the Bulldogs come down with the rebound on the far side. It's going to be Peter Rextus, correction. And on his way up, he is going to get fouled. No, waved on the floor. It's going to go against the Bulldogs. That'll be their 4th team foul here, folks. 4th team foul. Pay attention to that. So not even halfway through the 3rd quarter yet. Aggressive defense, but a little bit out of frustration here and there. And they could use less of the frustration fouls. And here we go. Nothing right underneath. Good D by the Bulldogs. Trying to make his way up, Porter. Bulldogs end up coming away with it. And they get it taken away. Number 5 for Smithfield. All the way to the hoop. Charge call. Nice job on defense by Romello Hamlin. Getting his feet set and taking the hit. Knowing you're going to get hit, run over, but the charge and the Bulldogs will take it. Absolutely great defense by their point guard, who takes the inbound. Smithfield attempts to trap. And no problem getting it across court. And the Bulldogs may get called to the travel, and they do. So another turnover. Lead remains 9 for the Bulldogs. And number 5, Curry, another senior. A nice cut, nice pass, nice finish. Smithfield. Hamlin, double team, finds the open man, cross midcourt. Rexus, bounce pass, Williams. Kicks it out. Bumped in to Williams, to Aldrich. Not much room anywhere here, folks, at the moment. And they're both on the floor, and it is going to be a timeout by Coach Gleason while they had possession, and that is a veteran time call timeout, veteran timing. Coach Gleason comes in for the rescue just before they lose it to the possession arrow. And both teams will try to figure out something, some kind of chemistry here on offense, and something that might work offensively, because this has been a back and forth match, back and forth turnovers here. Not even halfway through the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs have accumulated 14 fouls. Smithfield has yet to get one called against them. So that may or probably will work to their advantage as this game progresses if the Bulldogs aren't careful. We all know number 7 puts them on the line for 1-and-1. 10 gives them 2. And those are all free if they can complete them when the time comes. The Bulldogs obviously hold the 9-point lead that they went to the half with. So that's a good thing. I mean, if you can chop 4 minutes off the clock playing sloppy basketball and maintain the 9-point lead, let's just see what they can do if they find a hot hand offensively. Williams has it. All the way up, switches hands, and finishes. Nice take by Lance Williams, number 5, out of the timeout. Bulldogs take a double-digit advantage for the first time in the ball game here either way. Bulldogs up by 11. And a little turnaround, baseline, no good. Gets his own rebound, though, and fouled on the way up. So rewarded for his efforts. Foul number 5 to 1 for the Bulldogs. And he will go to the free throw line for 2. Number 12, Sean Dwyer, to the line. Number 21, Andrew Plumpton on the foul. And the Bulldogs only get one more free one here, folks. And we have 3:46 to go in the 3rd. So the Bulldogs lead now at 8. And makes it 7. Bulldogs playing, of course, without Jesse Samo. And they break the press with no problem to the hoop. Nice high off the backboard and in for the Bulldogs. And that's 2. Brings it back to 9. 39-30, right where the half began. To the outside, number 1. Smithfield off the mark. The rebound goes to the Bulldogs. And they try to get possession and cannot do it. Porter secures it on their half for Smithfield. And number 1, Collins, will back things up. Baseline, open 3. And that rolls in, number 12, Sean Dwyer, the sophomore, the youngest player on the Smithfield squad. A full court pass, very ill-advised, a little frustration on the court here. Definitely a low percentage, you'd call it, on the last one. And Smithfield capitalizes with the turnover. Down by only 6 here. And he's going to work his way to the hoop, and it's good! Looking for either foul or finish, and he finishes. The Sentinels now all the way back, down by only 4 in their full court press. That's going to, let's see what the final call here is. I do believe it's another Bulldog foul, and that'll be foul number 6, and it sure is. As number 1, Collins, gets set to inbounds. And that quickly, an 11-point lead down to 4 without possession. Coach Gleason calls timeout. They have to figure out something, folks. We're going to take a quick break while they figure things out. All right, folks, we are back. Federico Gymnasium. And here's the story, folks. A 4-point Bulldog advantage. An advantage that was just moments ago 11. The Bulldogs come out of the timeout, trying to pick up a victory without guard Jesse Samo, player of all positions, for the Bulldogs. And they've done a nice job up till this timeout. They definitely need to figure things out. Coach Gleason often does. Smithfield with it. 6 fouls for the Bulldogs here in the third. And number 14 with it, creates space very well. Turnaround from the free throw line, fade good. And the lead down to 2, 39-37, and we have a ball game. Bulldogs have played 8 this year, folks. They won the first 4, they dropped the last 4. Looking to flip things around here and start a winning streak again. Hamlin with it. Looking to do so short-handed. And Williams all the way to the hoop, and it just trickles out. So Smithfield with a chance to tie for the first time since the second quarter. That's not going to go. Good defense on the other side by Williams. Protects the lead, and Hamlin takes it to the hoop and spins out. And that is going to go off of the Bulldogs. Nice attempt. And number 15, Porter, will inbound. .147 to go in the third, 2-point game. Dog pound on their feet as they've been most of the way here after the sloppy first quarter got in the books. Nobody could really grab any kind of lead or momentum in the first, and the Bulldogs started to settle down in the second, and it's been all Smithfield here in the third. It really has. Bulldogs will take the turnover. Hamlin has it. Smithfield press, and Aldrich able to get it ahead to Williams. Baseline up, going to be a travel there. It is. Foot slipped. A little stop and go, but it skipped a little bit, just enough for the ref to see it. And as the ref ties his shoe, we'll go over things. Bulldogs 39, Sentinels 37, 121 to go, third quarter. Federico Gymnasium on this Wednesday night, folks. Friday night tip, 7 p.m. We'll bring it to you as the Mariners from Narragansett come to town. Some Bulldog basketball action here on top of the hill. Right now, the Bulldogs trying to turn things around. break the little streak they have and a miscommunication out of the break by the Smithfield turnover. The Bulldogs will take it absolutely. Williams will inbound. This press has proven effective recently here of late by Smithfield. And that's a dangerous pass, able to get it to Williams pretty much because he ripped it out of the air. And to the hoop, nice drive and dish to Aldrich. Comes up short. Aldrich ripping the rebound away. A second late jump ball. That's going to give it to Smithfield. Bulldogs will get the next though, so Smithfield again will have a chance to tie. Number 15, such an inbound, Ray Porter. Smithfield primarily seniors on the court at all times. Minus number 12, Sean Dwyer, sophomore, gets a lot of playing time. Speaking of, with the ball. Corner, nothing there. Tries to take it to the hoop, collapses, that's going to be on the floor. And I thought it might be a travel. Instead, it's going to be a foul against the Bulldogs. No. It's on Tyler Rafferty. That'll be the 7th team foul. And here we go. That's what I thought. 7th team foul, and the rest of the way, Smithfield goes to the line for, remember the adjective here, the first 3 words, free throws, only trailing by 2. How many free opportunities do they get the rest of the way? We'll see, but the Bulldogs in the penalty early, fouling early on in the third as their lead depleted. And there we go, 1 for 1. I'm going to keep track of the free throws since they were in the penalty here. Going into the penalty with 45 seconds left in the third. And it's good, 2 for 2. Bulldogs trying to break the press. Number 2 with it. Peter Rexis and Williams. They got to get it over half court. Barely do, but Hamlin ends up with it. Bulldogs out of sync. Need somebody to settle things down here. Tie ball game. Underneath cutting Hamlin. Able to secure it to the baseline. He goes reverse attempt. Good. A one-hand righty reverse goes for the Bulldogs. 2-point advantage. 41-39. 14 to go. 12 to go in the half. In the third quarter. Started at a 9-point lead. It's 2 all the way to the hoop he goes, and we have no whistle. We're alive, and we have 2-1. Will he get it up in time? No. Third quarter in the books. Bulldogs still with the lead, folks, but by only 2. Smithfield able to make up 7 points out of their 9-point halftime deficit. Bulldogs 41, Sentinels 39. What a ride we have ahead in the fourth. What do you do if you're the Bulldogs coach? What does Coach Gleason do? I mean, the team's been completely out of sync here since halftime. So really, they've played 1 quarter, being the second quarter, that they were able to build a lead big enough to make up for this third quarter, which wasn't pretty. It just was not pretty offensively. Nobody really with a hot hand at the moment. They did a better, the positives though, folks, they did a better job of offensive rebounding. They gave themselves opportunities on offense. They did a better job of rebounding in general. However, in the process, they accumulated themselves 7 fouls. So as of 45 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Smithfield Sentinels will go to the free throw line for the rest of the way. So that definitely could become a factor. They already got 2 points, and we'll see what that number ends up as. But huge, by the numbers, Smithfield, you'd say, made up pretty much everything they could possibly make up in that third quarter. Bulldogs needed this quarter, needed this break. You heard the horn. The coach is clearly using all of their time. This production brought to you, folks, in part by the Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer located in Dunn's Corner next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair. As well as WesterlyTee.com, local t-shirt store making fun tees. Go to WesterlyTee.com to see their growing list of designs. So here we go, fourth quarter, 8 minutes to go. It all comes down to this. Bulldogs with a 2-point advantage, and the Smithfield Sentinels with the advantage of being in the penalty. Bulldogs playing, obviously, minus guard Jesse Samo, trying to pick up a win without him. Hamlin with it. Little hesitation. Nice look underneath, a little bit too quick for number 32. To the floor he goes. He's rolling around. He earned his own travel. And that's what they got. They're going to be turning it over out of the timeout, out of the break. So Smithfield with it with a chance to tie here as we just get started in the fourth. Man, in the corner of my eye, that B, that's really what's looming. If you're the Bulldogs, you got to protect the 2-point lead. Nice pass, nice call. I think they've run that play 3 times out of the break. I really do. I don't know why they don't run it more often, but underneath, and that ties things up here. And they go back to that press. Dangerous pass completed to Aldrich. I say completed like it was football. Hamlin has it. A little space out to the corner. And to the hoop he goes it, switches hand, no whistle. And there is a whistle, a late whistle, but Lance Williams will go to the line for 2 free throws, I believe. I think he was on his way up, and yes, he's settling down there. So let's see if the Bulldogs can grab the lead back here from the free throw line. And the first one drops. So they've done pretty well from the free throw line in the limited amount of time they've been there tonight. Bulldogs up by 1. A little bit of excitement for your Wednesday night, folks. Well, no better place to be. Never is. Second one's live ain't good, so 2 for 2, Lance Williams. Bulldogs back to 2-point lead, and they'll press themselves. Hamlin on the ball. Or they'll settle back into man. Smithfield from the outside, 3-point attempt, number 33, and that's on the backboard, riddles his way out, Hamlin grabs it. That was number 33, Aiden Fair, the senior, so the Bulldogs look to extend. Gets the pick from Aldrich, almost a double pick. He's job by switching open in the corner. Good for the Bulldogs, 3-pointer. And that builds the lead to 46-41. Rextis with the 3 for the Bulldogs from behind. Was it clean? No. Going to go up for 2. Made sure of the block. Hamlin almost had it clean. So the Bulldogs with a 5-point advantage. Smithfield at the line. Aiden Fair. And they may not be at the free throw line. Let's see what's happening here. Looks like it's not going to be. A lot of miscommunication on the court here tonight, folks. Teams, officials, coaches, everything. Fourth quarter, let's get it together here, and we're about to inbound. Smithfield takes it in, number 5 with it. Back, number 14, under deep D3, fading, no good. Not a high percentage 3, and that rebound is going to go to the Bulldogs, and he is fouled immediately. Plumped in. And Hamlin will inbound for the Bulldogs. Williams picks up his dribble, he's in trouble. Gets it to Rexis, back to Hamlin with space. Able to break the press there rather easily. Hamlin looking to do things himself here, and that rattles its way off. Field goal percentage dropping here in the second half for the Bulldogs. And off the fingertips of number 14, the Bulldogs will take the errant pass and the turnover gladly with the 5-point advantage. 2 minutes in the books in the fourth. They got 6 minutes to go here. Try to break this 4-game losing streak. Another overhand corner pass. And that one is taken by Williams. Finds space all the way. Switches hands. A little too strong. No good. And now the Smithfield will take it to the corner. Baseline and bumped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Sentinels. But again, Bulldogs in the penalty. So here we go. Free throw line. Number 12, Sean Dwyer, the sophomore. Again, a 5-point advantage for the Bulldogs. I'll tell you what, the Smithfield team went down by 11 and then immediately dove into it and made up 7 points of the deficit to close the third. This fourth quarter, really nobody's grabbed hold of it, kind of like the first quarter. Bulldogs with the advantage. I don't want to say fortunately with the advantage. They're working hard here, outworking the opponent. And the second one's good as well. So that makes it 3. We got a 1-possession ball game here. And that's 4 points so far in the penalty earned by Smithfield. Williams has it. Picks up his dribble, gets cutting Hamlin to the hoop. and he is forced to redirect his shot. Doesn't go, and Smithfield with a chance. Three-pointer to tie, and it rattles its way out, and comes down in the hands of Porter. Oh, no, excuse me, number 33. Nice pass underneath, open, fouled up, they'll get two. Number 5 will go to the line, Christopher Curry, the senior, Hamlin with the foul. Smithfield pressing, aggressive offense here. 5:10 to go, three-point game. Smithfield at the line. Free throw number 1, good. Gonna be live on the release. And second one is good. So we have a 1-point ball game, 46-45. Timeout on the court, Westerly. Coach Gleason, again, trying to come up with something. His team's lead cut down to 1. What once was 11 here in the second half is now down to 1 point as the cheerleaders take the floor for the Bulldogs. And the coach takes to the chalkboard. Dog pound on their feet, folks. We're going to be back here 7 p.m. on Friday night. More Bulldog basketball action. But it's all down to this. 1 point advantage. Bulldogs have split their first 8 games evenly. I don't know if that's how you'd want to write up a 500 record after 8, but the Bulldogs do have 4 wins in the book to kick off the season. And they've had 4 tough ones and looking to turn everything around here tonight. 1 point advantage, 5:10 to go in the fourth. About a third of the season in the books. A lot of games to go, 11 games to go after tonight. But these are the ones you don't want to give up. You worked so hard and have the advantage, and Hamlin takes it. Little hesitation, creating some space, kicks out, and Williams' pass is picked off by Smithfield, and he alters the shot. Nice job. Was he whistled for the foul? He is. I thought he got the ball clean. He is frustrated. He thought he got the ball clean, but to the line goes Smithfield for 2 more. Trailing only by 1. They can take the lead from the line here. Free throws I have circled here on my own little chalkboard, dry erase board. And since the 45-second mark in the third, when the Bulldogs went into the penalty, I'm just keeping a little. No, that's the first one missed. So good defense there by Williams, trying to take back. Live on the release. And that is also off the mark. Bulldogs, huge advantage. William has it. Missed 2. Little pick and roll, nothing there. They kick out. Rexus to Hamlin, looking for space. And this is back to Rexus. He has room. Free throw line jumper. And that one rolls his way no good. And there's a foul in the end. That's going to go against Smithfield. They are unhappy. A little too aggressive on the rebound attempt. The Bulldogs will inbound. And they'll get a fresh shot clock. Rexus to inbound. Up over the top. He tries to get it lazy, and number 5 picks it off. And it's good from coast to coast. Unfortunately, you've heard that adjective too many times tonight, folks. Some of these steals are avoidable. They seem to me just to be a little bit late. The pass is a little lazy, definitely slower and softer than they need to be. And they almost jumped that one as well. And in fact, didn't go off the Bulldogs. Looking for the official ruling. They're going to confer here at midcourt. I mean, some of these passes, it just seems like there could be a little more pepper behind them, and that would prevent what Smithfield is starting to really take advantage of. And the numbers are starting to pile up. Smithfield with their first, well, they've had a couple leads now. First lead in a long while here with the ball and with possession now. It sure did go off the Bulldogs. And Smithfield looking to extend the lead, as they're all the way back from down 11 in the second half. Number 5, little hesitation, kick out, not much going right now. Looking for space, oh no. Spin move, underneath, finds his man, and it is up and in, number 1, Nicholas Collins. 3-point lead for Smithfield. Frustration for the Bulldogs. Rextis to Aldrich. In the corner. Doesn't take it. And Williams scoops it up and it's a charge call. You got to get a nice defense by number 13 who takes the charge. And Williams still down, pops up. And Smithfield with momentum now on the floor. And possession, 3-point advantage, 3:42 to go. And they're in the penalty. Advantage at the moment as we have another break-in play to Smithfield. All the way back from an 11-point deficit to a 3-point lead with possession. And in the penalty. So Bulldogs have to do something. They got to do it quick if they want to end this 4-game slide. And these are the games that separate this mishmash of teams in the end. These tough winter games. It's hot in Federico Gymnasium, but it hasn't gotten that hot all night long. I'd say the hottest point in the game was Tyler Rafferty's 3-point when he dropped about 4 3-pointers in the second quarter. Besides that, nobody really has gotten hot either way. It hasn't been a huge game of runs. And Hamlin, nice attempt defensively to jump it. 2 Bulldogs jump it, which means they should have been outnumbered. But the Sentinels settle back on D. Hamlin on the ball. 49-46 to score. Number 12 on Hamlin. Sentinels set back again. Using the time. Number 12 with it. Testing Hamlin and looks underneath. Nice block by Romello Hamlin. Test past A+, number 3. Hamlin for the Bulldogs with the ball. Still has it. Spin move. 3 defenders he got by. He's got fouled in the process. He's going to the free throw line. Creating points, Romello Hamlin, the hard way. Bulldogs look to cut into the lead here as we are at the 3-minute mark in quarter number 4. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer owner Shane Lander. We have Lisa behind the lens, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing it to you. 1 3-point ball game, 4th quarter. Hamlin's first free throw, good. 2-point game. 14-point swing from down 11 to up 3 for Smithfield. Now the Bulldogs cut in. And it rolls out. Aldrich grabs the rebound and is fouled in the process. Bulldogs will absolutely take it. The Bulldogs go to the free throw line and try to use that advantage themselves. They really weren't hurt that badly. Not as bad as I thought they may be by getting themselves into the jam early on and foul-wise. Aldrich to the line with an opportunity to tie here for the Bulldogs. Who's less sloppy is going to come out with the win here. We got a 1-point ball game, correction. Live on the release. First free throw is good. It is up, and it is good. Tie ball game at 49. Dead at the 3-minute mark, and we start fresh here. Tie game. Bulldogs trap, full court. And it works. Rexis with it to the hoop. Switches hand, doesn't go. Hamlin can't get the rebound. So the Sentinels survive. And they push it to their half. Now 49-49, we are under 3. Such a hard-fought match for these young athletes. And wide open 3-point opportunity. It's good. Number 12, Sean Dwyer, the one sophomore, circled. Full-time playing time for the Sentinels. But the Bulldogs enforces the timeout. We're going to take a quick break while Coach Gleason comes up with something here. Welcome back, folks, and the stage is set. We got 2.5 minutes to go. Bulldogs down 3, fourth quarter action here. 52-49 the score. Bulldogs have possession. Playing without star guard Jesse Samo. At one point had an 11-point lead. This is the most they've been down. It's been back and forth. Sloppy game both ways. Both teams, I should say. Hamlin to the hoop, and it doesn't go. Aldrich has the rebound using his pivot foot. Fouled on his way up, gets just 2 free throws. Nice job by Griffin Aldrich, the senior. The big man on the floor for the Bulldogs, as you would say. Strength is size, you know. Down 3, 2-14. Both teams in the penalty. Bulldogs winning early on. Free throw is good. Both teams having a pretty good percentage free throws as well. And second free throw is good. The Bulldogs down only 1. And inbound Sentinels. Number 12 with it, Sean Dwyer, circled sophomore. Playing with his senior teammates. Using the pick to create space, number 5 to the hoop he goes, kicks out number 1. Another driving kick. Number 14 takes it from long range, no good. Long rebound taken by Hamlin. Bulldogs with a chance here, down by 1 to take the lead. All the way up ahead. And these overhand passes, they are dangerous. Bulldogs survive another one. Hamlin keeps it. 1.5 to go, down 1. It gets no better than this to the hoop he goes, and it's too strong. Looking for a call. Doesn't get it. Smithfield gets it. Time to start counting possessions here, folks. $1:20 to go. Hour and a half of effort comes down to this. Couple days of practice. Trying to switch the whole vibe of the season, this Bulldog team, short-handedly, which would add to it if they could do it. Down 1. We are at a minute. Smithfield clearly taking their time. Has number 1 driving all the way to the hoop. Again, number 1, Nicholas Collins, the senior. 54-51 under a minute. Bulldogs can't take their time now. Cannot. And swung around, looking for space. Rextus, 3-point attempt. It's good when you need it. Iced in his veins, no bigger time. Tied up here. Half a minute to go, 54-54. Peter Rextus, the senior. He's done it before. And there's a whistle called, timeout on the court. I do believe Smithfield called it. That wakes up the crowd with 20.7 seconds to go. Tie ball game. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. That could be huge, folks. Both teams in the penalty. Cheerleaders on the court. Electricity here in Federico Gymnasium on a wintry Wednesday night, folks. And Westerly.live, Westerly.radio delivered it to you. Coach Gleason hung up with something here with 20 seconds to go. Six division games in the books for the Bulldogs. 3-3 they stand at with a group of other teams. There's a couple 4-2s, a huge group of 3-3s, and then you have a couple 2-3s, Smithfield being one of them. So these wintry middle of the season midweek games matter. Boy, do they ever matter. And here we go. There's the horn, and the officials get the players back on the court. Smithfield gets possession here to start things. Senior Ray Porter will inbound. Correction. Number 1, Nicholas Collins will inbound. To the back court, off to pick number 5 with it. Here we go. They can wait till the last shot. Being in the penalty. Off a pick, number 5 with it. 7 seconds. Tries to get it underneath. That pass goes wild. They end up with it. And they didn't get called for the travel. The Bulldogs had it. They called timeout. Yes, they do. They called timeout with possession. Everything worked out. That is going to be the horn for regulation. Correction. Does he have a timeout? Coach Leeson's trying to find out. I'm trying to find out. The horn went off 2 seconds back up on the clock. And he got his timeout. Right now it's with 1.5 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs will have possession coming out of a last-second timeout by Coach Gleason. And it looks like that's where it's going to end, 1.5 seconds. I don't see any debate going on over there. So holy smokes, folks, it all comes down to this, or we head to overtime. They have time to inbound, aim, and fire. There is definitely time to set up. You can even put the ball on the floor for a minute if you have, well, for a split second if you have to. Not a high percentage situation, clearly. Nevertheless, right there is where the big victory is the Bulldogs escaping disaster. I mean, with Smithfield having possession, if they just waited till last shot, take it hard to the hoop, the question, what do you do? How close do you play? If you give up a foul, you put the game on the free throw line. If you let him go through, you put it in his hands on the take. Worked out perfectly. The Bulldogs played it perfectly and forced a turnover. So that was really the win out of that scenario. Somewhat expecting overtime out of this. We got a buck and a half to go. Bulldogs with it. They're spread out in 4. The whistle, and to Hamlin it goes. He's going to have to fire. He got it on the floor twice, and it goes off the side of the backboard. Regulation over, folks. Overtime ahead. Bulldogs 54, Sentinels 54. We're going to take a break, and we will return. All right, folks, here we go. We are about to set off to overtime. Bulldogs at one time with an 11-point advantage and saved their way with a nice defensive stand to put us where we are at right now. Aldrich set the tip. 4 minutes, overtime session. Looking to snap a 4-game streak, playing without star guard Jesse Sabo. All adversity aside, 4 minutes to go. Tip goes to the Sentinels. Sentinels had last possession of regulation in the penalty. A lot of advantages. The Bulldogs escaped their way to overtime here. Bulldogs playing nice D right now. Nothing open. Number 12 looking for space, spin move into the paint, and the shot is no good, but the Bulldogs will get called for the foul to the free throw line. He will go. Sean Dwyer, the sophomore. He's the go-to guy, really, for the Sentinels here tonight. They just spread it out pretty well. Neither team like I said, has gotten into some great run offensively. 1 point advantage here for the Sentinels. Biggest run, hottest streak is that of Tyler Rafferty's 3-pointers, which the Bulldogs would love to see another one of those here. And the second free throw's long, 1 point game. Rextus with the rebound to Hamlin. And this 4 minutes disappears quickly. Aldrich puts it on the ground. To the hoop he goes, and there's a whistle on the floor. It'll be called on the floor. The official makes that very clear. To the free throw line, Aldrich. Overtime, these are musts. And it is good as he will get a second. Yeah, they tie game here, 55-55. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. That's huge when you only have a 4-minute session. 1 minute already gone in it. Second free throw is good. Aldrich, the senior, 2 for 2 right when they needed it. And number 12 will inbound for the Bulldogs. Rafferty on the ball. And number 14, Bennett with it. Back to the sophomore. Porter is set up in the middle as a permanent pick, moving pick. Has possession. Top of the key, 3, pops it, drops it, no one expects it, he got it. And that'll give him a 58-56 lead, under 3 to go. Hamlin with it, 2-point deficit. To Aldrich, who's going to take it to the hoop. Scoop in, can't finish, but we'll go to the line for 2. Forcing things, making things happen. I love it, senior leadership. Griffin Aldrich. Bulldogs at the line for 2, down by 2, 2:36 to go. Overtime here, folks. And the first one's good, down by 1. Find a more exciting way to spend your Wednesday night. Down 1, Aldrich at the line. He's kind of taking control, taking the helmet of the ship here. Second one trickles away. Down 1, the Bulldogs. 2.5. Smithfield's had a couple small leads. And to the ground, Griffin Aldrich rips it away. And back to the ground, it gets taken back by Smithfield. Quick swing and the lead to 3 for Smithfield. Hamlin has it. Got to get a couple on the board, and it's on the ground. He's going to get fouled, though. Frustrated it was on the ground as he was able to finish. Going to have to do it the hard way here, the junior, number 3. Down by 3, 2:04 to go in overtime, folks. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio bring you overtime hoops from Federico Gymnasium. Friday night tip, folks, 7 p.m. Tune in. Friday night hoops action on top of the hill. Bulldogs hopefully working off of a 1-game win streak. They will host the Narragansett Mariners. To the line, Hamlin. First free throw doesn't go. Looking to salvage one here. Quiet in the gym. You can hear the echo of the ball, and it doesn't go. They missed 2 key ones when they needed it. Will that come back to hurt them? Up by 3. 2 minutes to go. Smithfield looking to extend. With nobody getting all that hot anytime recently. any insurance here for Smithfield. And they kick it out, number 12, 3-point from the baseline, no good, short, right into the hands of the Bulldogs as they try to salvage a rebound. To the ground they go, and that jump ball is going to go, what is the call here? Timeout is called possibly on the ground. So they didn't waste their jump ball. I was just going to say, if the Bulldogs wasted their jump ball on that, that is going to be a crime because they might need it. 1:36 to go, down by 3. Bulldogs salvage possession and the possession arrow. Two huge factors, especially when you trail here late in OT. Bulldogs trying to do this all without guard Jesse Samo. Tyler Rafferty stepped up and was hitting from distance. One patch, he hit about 4 3-pointers for the Bulldogs. Coach Gleason trying to cook up something here. There's the buzzer, and the player's about to take the court. 1:36 to go in OT. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. Set to inbound, going to be Peter Rextus. A couple of these Bulldogs are getting a lot of extra minutes, obviously, to make up the gap of Samo's absence, and Hamlin will let the ball go as far as they will allow, and now the clock starts here. Bulldogs know they need 2, and they need it quick. Plenty of time here, and he presses the issue to the baseline. Stop, up, in goes with the stop and pump. Hamlin cuts it to 1, just like that. They get it over half, and Smithfield finds themselves up by 1. Defense to chant in Federico Gymnasium. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. A minute now, folks. 1 minute to go in OT. And Aldridge playing some physical D out there. Gets his hand on, gets to the floor, and that's the arrow. Bulldogs get it when they need it. Trailing by only 1. Under a minute to go. 59.5 to be exact. Peter Rexus will inbound to Hamlin. Romello Hamlin pressing the issue last possession, knew he needed his team to get some points quickly. Rexus with it. And they jump the pass. Big turnover, Smithfield number 5. Christopher Curry, not the first time they have done that tonight. On gimme passes, just jumped it. I don't want to use the word lazy, but that's happened a few times. 1 too many, maybe. Under a half a minute. Step back 3, there's a whistle. And there was a timeout I heard yelled, and that is going to put us at a little break here, folks. 1-point game. We'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go, and it all comes down to this. 25.7 seconds to go in overtime here at Federico Gymnasium. We're at a timeout. Coach Gleason and his Bulldogs trail by only 1 with possession. Possession arrow now in favor of Smithfield. This game's going both ways. Neither team has really taken hold. Bulldogs at one point did have an 11-point lead. Seems like eons ago. And I don't want to say lazy, but an errant pass, a pass a bit too slow, gets jumped on the last play, which provides Smithfield with the possession they now have, trying to extend the 1-point lead. Both teams in penalty. And the dog, tight D here on the inbound. Hamlin on the ball, and they'll get it to the backcourt to the sophomore. What a big part in today's game, and the pick. We got a whistle blown, and it's going to go against number 13 for the moving pick. He jumped in front of him, didn't set his feet. Huge, huge turnover, folks. 1 point game. They were looking to make it 3, and now the Bulldogs have it and can take a lead. 21 seconds to go. Great defense there by the Bulldogs, and another timeout called. Smithfield coach a little shell-shocked. Everything there was coming out of the timeout was in favor of Smithfield, and just like that, great defense by Rexus, who's had extra minutes here tonight, played most of the night and done a great job. A few players it's taken to fill in the gap, and they've done such a nice job and worked so hard. It'd be such a shame if they come up on the short end of the stick here, especially as the season's about broken down for them. 4 up, 4 down. Jim is now rocking here on a Wednesday night party, and they're trailing by 1. You'd never know it, but they do. So what Coach Gleason is cooking up here, he gets the benefit of the extra timeout. The Smithfield called it. Back in action, Friday night, 7 p.m. tip. The boys welcome Narragansett to town. There is the buzzer. Here come the players. The stage is set. Westerly Live, Westerly Radio bringing to you overtime action. And Hamlin to inbound. Rextus has it. Here we go, under 20. Looking for somebody and gets it over to Hamlin. Nice defense right now by Smithfield. We're at the 10-second mark to pick. And crossover. Spin in the lane. Ain't got the step in to roll it in. Hamlin gives the Bulldogs the lead with 3 seconds left and timeout called by Smithfield. Holy smokes. The take to the hoops with the spin and the delay, the hesitation, and the righty scooping in. 61-60. Man, I think they even overweighted themselves there, folks. I'm not quite sure. Down by 1. You want to wait till there's 3 seconds left. Generally, that's very risky. Turned out in favor of the Bulldogs now, forcing the Smithfield timeout, suddenly down by 1. The Sentinels shell-shocked here at Federico Gymnasium as Romello Hamlin tries to take things into his own hands. Puts the team on his shoulders and takes it to the hoop. Bulldogs trying to do this all obviously without guard Jesse Samo. And if you can get wins without starting players available to you, that's even bigger. There's the horn. Here we go. Bulldogs take the court. Sentinels have to go the length of the court. They're in the penalty. So if they're in 3-point range, folks, how close indeed do you play? You make a mistake and foul them, they go to the line for 3, they win the game from the free throw line. But you got to challenge it, right? These are the questions, the answers these players got to have. It's fluid, it's live. Overhand pass. Length of the court, tapped out of bounds. Great knee by the Bulldogs. 1 second chopped off, 2 to go. They're going to get it under the hoop, though. So that actually kind of works out for Smithfield. I'm not sure if the dynamics are supposed to play out that way, but better situation the Sentinels find themselves in than they just were. Under the hoop, number 5 with it. Flips it up and over, turn around, up, and it's good! At the buzzer, did he get it off on time? And the Bulldogs are shocked. He did. It's good. It's over. And Smithfield comes out on top. What a heartbreaker. The gym is stunned, folks. What a game we have just seen. And the Bulldogs will be back in action Friday night, folks, as the teams shake hands. What a game, what a game. Final score, Smithfield 62, Bulldogs 61. We will be back in action 7 p.m. Friday night, folks. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, signing off.